Hey there, lads and lasses. Let me adjust this a little bit. There we go. This here, of course, is Thunderhead 64 coming at you live from the west coast of the United States here on a Wednesday. It is a little bit past noontime. That can only mean that it's time for some Generations Minecraft server. So today we're going to be working in the survival world, Generation 5 survival world. But before we begin, a couple of acknowledgements. Today's the anniversary of 9/11. Never forget. Usually I have an American flag right up around there, but I didn't have that graphic ready to go somehow. I don't know. I thought I did that for July 4th, but I probably didn't stream July 4th this year. So, you know, I'm going to have to cue that and get that ready for such occasions. Also, pretty much the entire southern part of California is on fire right now. I laugh not because I think that that's funny. I laugh at how absurd the wildfires are here right now. The sky is just full of ash in all directions. Around our town, there are about 3 wildfires raging right now. There's a very, very big one, slightly north and east to us, the Line Fire. And that's out by fellow streamer and in real life friend PC and Coffee's Way. That's more out by him, and it's actually quite close to JMO the Schmo. So you guys may know JMO, charity streamer, Minecraft streamer, and local neighbor. I say neighbor, but he's like 30 miles east of us, so... But yeah, air quality has been severe. Plus, with the heat wave in the upper hundreds, I should say lower hundreds, right? 100 plus weather. I think it topped out to about 111 degrees Fahrenheit here a few times. It's starting to cool down a little bit. By this weekend coming up, it should be much cooler. But the wildfires rage on. There's another fire, the Bridge Fire, up a little bit close to Kachi School, but not too close. And then there's another fire south and east of us, almost directly east of us. That's the Eastvale Fire. So we're hemmed in by about 3 of them right now. They're far away from us in Chino Hills, relatively speaking. The Bridge Fire is probably the closest one. But we're safe and stuff. At least we are. But a lot of people aren't. A lot of evacuations, so... Real Foolish Sage. Hey, welcome in, Sage. You guys can see the auto shout out there for fellow buffoon, VIP, Real Foolish Sage. We were engaging in some shenanigans on the recently revived community server. He, Lux, and Taters. I just missed Taters on there. But those guys were gracious enough to tolerate my stream bombing. So we had a little bit of fun on there. And, of course, Cheska's Genie, our other buffoon of VIP, chiming in there. You can see the auto shoutouts for both of them. Please check out their streams. Excellent people. Despite being associated with yours truly. Of course, Cheska there somehow texting or text miming or whatever. Her theme song for me. Well, I hope the 2 of you are doing well over there across the pond. Just jazzing it up a little. I wonder what a jazz version of Thunderstruck would sound like. Anyways, while I ponder that, now that's running through my head. I'm doing like reharmonizations now, and I shouldn't be. Let's switch over to the display screen. Let's log into the server and see what happens. Well, now I have to find one. Yeah. All right. Hey there. Welcome back to the Generation 5 survival server. You know, I say it every time I log into this place, but I love this place. I do. It's home sweet home. It's peaceful. There's no drama. Everything's just wonderful here. Let's show you what I've done since our last Generations stream. What we were doing is we pretty much finished terraforming the island here. Certainly the bee farm is up and running, has been for quite some time. As you can see, our little bee friends have been busy. But wait, little brother, there are more. There's more down here. Kudos to anybody who knows from where that reference comes. But yeah, we have more downstairs. Wow, this one's filling up. Because I've been doing a lot of work here, so the bees have been busy because the chunks have been loaded. So we've pretty much got all of this finished. What I had been working on was putting in the framework for the terraforming below the water surface here that joins this down to the seafloor. And I pretty much got all that sketched in now. Let's get down here and let's have a butcher. I did post some pics of this on the community Discord. But we've got a good shape going here now. Yep, that's now in your DMs. Sweet. It'll be interesting to hear their take on that. But yeah, I've got a... You know, I'm really pleased with the shape of the way that this came out. This, of course, is not the finished product. This is the frame for it. And now we're going to put in blocks, right? Do a little terraforming. All right, we'll take a swim around here. Right, we'll get it from all sides. Fibonacci sequence came in handy here to give us a good natural step pattern here. Why, hey there, fella. Ooh, he's a trident chucker. We're gonna have a trident duel. Where did my trident go? Oh, there it is. I forget. Trident defaults to slot space 1. There we go. Did you drop said trident? No. Why, you... Only zombie flesh, and I'm not interested. Son of a beetroot. But anyway, so that's on what we shall be working today, starting to put in some of these blocks here and making this look cool. I believe I started to gather some resources for said terraforming. That might be what's happening over here. Let's take a look. Yeah, so we've got the cobble deep slate. We've got some blackstone. I think we're going to need a little more blackstone than that, though. Oh, and we have it. Okay, we've got some mossy cobble. Plenty of tuft. Some regular deep slate. And then some of this. All right. We will probably need some sandstone, although not a lot. And maybe some clay. Again, not a lot. Just to bring some of this down into here so it doesn't look quite so, what's the word I'm looking for? Not intentional, but contrived maybe? So it looks more natural. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, for the amount of damage that the trident does to me when it's being chucked at me by a drown, it is frustratingly low damage in the other direction. despite having all of the enchants on it. I think it needs, of course you don't want it to be overpowered, right? But at the same time, it takes about 4 hits to take out just a regular drown. I think with the enchantments that should be like 2. Just my personal opinion. Let's go fetch some sand and make some sandstone. Well, let's check first and make certain there isn't any sand downstairs. And then maybe we'll fly over to the depot and see if there's any in there. Yeah, I think I cleared all this stuff out down here. Good, good. And then, of course, if there's no sand to be found, we'll fly out over to the desert and we'll go fetch some. And you know what? Just enough sand to fill in the rest of this. That should be enough. So we'll take this shulker with us for transportational purposes. Let's go check out the depot first because I'm trying to clean that place up. Of course, now the depot is open. We could just go flying in. So much better. All right, let's check out some. See if I have any sand in a boot. That would be a no. That's also a no. Definitely not. No, 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 and no. This is a good sign. That means I'm starting to clear a lot of stuff out. No sand there. We have some sandstone. That's good. That's ultimately what we want. No. No. And no. Okay, good. That's a good thing. That's a good thing, actually. That means we're clearing this stuff out. Then eventually I'm going to have to make a decision as to what to do about storage. See if I have anything over here. Ugh, drag my keyboard over. Okay, again, this is good. That means we're cleaning things up. Having all those shulkers there, though, that is not good. That is not good. Let's see if I have any sandstone in here. I think not. Yeah, I think not. Let's go see if we can empty out any of these chests here of any sand or sandstone. I do not believe... there we go. Again, the more I can use from here, the less I have to sort and store later. So that's always a good thing. Anything I can get out of here, that's good. We'll get all these sandy bits. Like, I don't think I'm going to be using any stairs or anything for the terraforming, but, you know, if we can gather all this stuff together and get it all in one spot, all the better. Okay. This might not be quite enough, though, so I think we'll fly over to the desert and go get a little bit more. But that's not going to be a lot more. So I'm a-wondering. Maybe we should leave some of this stuff here if we're not going to use it, right? Like, we won't be using the wall units, I don't believe. Yeah, bye-bye. We might do something like that. Great. And then, right, we could do this. We'll bring this one with us. And if I can empty another one of these out. Yeah, like this one, for example. We'll take this one. We'll put some sandy bits in there. Yeah, no, not with the kelp. I'm so sick of looking at kelp. There we go. It's nighttime on Mushroom Island Central. Doing our sleeping thing. And right. Let's fly over to the desert. Which is that away. Look at how cool this place is. I'm loving it. Here we go. And you can see where I'm skimming all the sand off of this area for two reasons. Number one, it can't be seen really from the outer perimeter of the island. So the interior is where I'm removing the sand because that looks kind of cool out there. And number two, I am thinking I would like to build a ruined civilization here. And this is the spot in which I will do that. And so leveling this off and clearing out the excess sand will be a good thing. So we just come over here to farm our sand. Just take out this extra stuff here. We'll go grab a little bit of that stuff over there underneath Nebula's Ghast Farm. By the way, co-streamers and viewers, invitations to come and build on Generations are still open. I would like to remind you guys. And it's not necessarily building either. We could do all kinds of things. Nebula's been on here a few times. One of our viewers, Luck May Have It, has been on here. Pleasant Player has been on here. Kachi's friend Tezivu has been on here. And depending on what we're doing, you know, it might be multiple guest spots. Again, for those of you who are not familiar, this is not an SMP, though. So I'm not asking anybody to join an SMP. It's more you drop on for a guest appearance. Here we go. And we can either build something together, we can go on an adventure together, we can have contests. We've done all kinds of things. So much fun. Nebula and I have built together on Generations at least 3 times. I'm thinking the Ghast Farm was one. She helped hollow out some of the cave area down below in the depot for the storage system. She helped do that. What else did she build with me? She might have built something else with me here too. And because this was a while ago. However, we've also had ourselves a little end rating contest. That was in 2 parts. Because I wasn't satisfied with the first part. Not because I didn't win. It's because I did win. But I felt, you know, Nebula had a little accident at the beginning that set her behind. And I didn't feel that was entirely fair. She was satisfied, but I was not. I think without that little accident at the beginning, she would have whooped my butt. And sure enough, when I invited her on for the second round, and there were no little accidents at the beginning for her, she did indeed whoop my butt at the end rating. And speaking of inviting guests on, the beta version of Baby Zombie Rush is developing along quite nicely. And so just a quick reminder for those of you who may be a little bit behind on the news. Baby Zombie Rush has left the alpha version of the alpha stage in the test world and is now in beta development in its own world now here on the Generation server. And we've been working on it. We have about maybe, I think, 3 streams in. Maybe. And I've posted pictures on the Discord, on the community Discord, if you need to have a look betwixt streams to see what the progress is. But I did solve a major, major problem with hidden doorways, escape doorways in the walls. I was wondering how I was going to do that because I slightly changed the configuration of the maze features. And that means I couldn't do the secret escape tunnels the way I had the escape features, the way I had in the test version, in the alpha version. So I had to come up with a new system. But I did do that thing. I was a little panicked at first thinking, oh my God, what have I done to myself? But no, we figured something out. And so now we're just working out the small details of it. And so we have, the maze itself, the basic maze has been built on that and is in place. The entrance has been pretty much finished. The entrance of the maze. And we didn't have that in the test world, by the way. I didn't know how I was going to do that. Now I worked something out for that, and it is super cool. I put a pickup of that in the Discord. It looks super cool. And it functions precisely the way that I had intended it. Which is both, equal parts terrifying and ridiculous at the same time. Which is how I want to make that game. All right, since I'm making sandstone, I think I'm going to steal this sandstone right here. That way I don't have to craft it. There we go. And as far as our ancient civilization here, the ruins for this, Nebula and I started some lore concerning this a little bit. There's an ocean monument back here, this way. I should fly over it because this is extremely dangerous. Let's put some of this stuff in here. We'll keep that in the inventory. We'll get rid of this stone because it's just taking up an inventory slot. Bye-bye. I've said it before and I've said it again. I'll say it again. Best inventory management tool ever. Ever! Okay. Yeah, we should have this ready. Tridents at ready. What do I need here? A box of rockets. Okay, I'm starting to run a little low on rockets here. I may have to do something about that soon. Done. Fly along with me, shall we? Yeah, so we have this ocean monument, and you can see the way that this had spawned in. That this was spawned in during one of the map updates. That's why it's square like this. It matches the chunk borders exactly. So I had selected this right around here, and this popped in right here, which is kind of serendipitous. You know, it's cool the way it had worked out. And we were thinking of an Atlantis kind of lore for this, like there may have been a structure here under the sea, and then this part had collapsed and was sunk into the sea, because we do have some ruins over here. We may put some more in under the surface. And then so the survivors retreated inward a little bit and built their civilization up here. And so we're thinking on building some sort of temple here that resembles the Ocean Monument Temple, like the newer version and stuff. But it'll be a ruined temple with ruins here of a village and stuff. So access to this back bay here is going to be kind of important. So that's why I was leveling this out. I do want some access to the front here, but not a lot, because I do want a connection to Mushroom Island Central here. Not a physical connection, so like a bridge or anything like that, but just so they can see each other across the water. I have and I'm thinking right here is where I'm going to build it. Some kind of dock or harbor or something for boats going back and forth. And in here, in our guest inspired structure here, this is where the portal is that brings us through, right? So, oh dear. Let's do some sleeping, shall we? Good Lord. We have company. All right. Back this way with the superfluous medial vowel. Yeah, and we can see the aviary islet over here. Looks so cool. And again, I will develop these little islets into farms as well. And again, in my quest to decentralize Mushroom Island Central. But not so much, just to scatter the farms and stuff around the various islets here, and to make it a little bit more fun bopping around the server to get stuff, you know. All right, I'm going to need to preserve some sand. Oh, you know what I didn't check on, though, is I did not check on clay. I do need a little bit of clay, not a lot. But I do need some. I do need some. So let's work with that. Oh, that's a cut sandstone slab. I should burn that. I do not need this. Bye-bye. Good. That frees up an inventory slot. Okay, I'm digging this. And we should grab another shulker. Oh, let's go back to the depot. Oh, I forgot. Let's go back to the depot. Let's free up another shulker, and let's see if we have any clay available there. I don't think that we do, though. We may have to go harvest some from some riverbed somewhere. I think I know of the place, too. Wait, do we have any shulkers that we can pinch right here? Not really. No. Let's keep this stuff here. This is all stuff for completing that, so let's keep that in place. Let's see how much clay that we have here. Got a little bit. A little bit moa. Is that a skellion? I believe it is. I'm not seeing anything there. No, we're good there. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That should probably be enough. But, again, with the intention of cleaning this place up, let's see what we can clear out and or consolidate. Let me see, gravel. Okay, I don't see any chests of that stuff here, so I think we're good. Right. Yeah, I think there won't be anything in these. Oh, well, spoke too soon. Of course. Great. And then, of course, we want to check this last bit over here. I don't think there'll be anything in any of these. No. Yeah, I was pretty good at clearing those out. You know, I really need that inventory sorter mod. That would make this go a little faster. Not a lot, but... All right. We're actually doing a good job of clearing this stuff out. Yeah, see, we got a little bit right there. And there goes Genie Live. Guess we know who we're raiding today, right? Let's see. I think we're good. I may have to go into the nether and make another the nether. I may have to go into the end and make another shulker run because I'm beginning to run low on the shulkers. Good Lord. Yeah, I am beginning to run low on the shulkers. Yeah. Which would be the easiest to empty? Probably this one, right? And I'm going to put this stuff all back in here. Yeah, I think that's good. That's the one right there. Let's do this. Do that. That's smooth stone. Here I was thinking that that's probably, those are clay blocks, and they're not. They're imposters! Imposters! Unless I did that and switched those, which is more likely. That's good. Okay, I think we're all set. Ow. I mean, if you look around, we could steal a lot of this clay right from here. But then I'd wipe out that ocean floor there, and I would have to wind up redecorating it anyway, so I don't want to do that. But you can see how this shape is going to fade down in there. It's going to be really cool. And I think I will just craft these up into blocks for the moment. Usually I'll put a crafting table like right here. I'm surprised I don't have one up here. Huh. All right. Whatever. I'll have to remedy that. Because sometimes if I'm grabbing these honey products, sometimes I don't want to come all the way down here just to get them. Just fly in, just grab them out of the top there, and be on our merry way. And look, multiples of 4. Gotta love it. Gotta love it, people. Means it's divisible by 2 twice. Let's head on up here. Okay, I think we have everything we need here. Yes. Yes. How much sandstone, though? Let's separate that stuff out. This is all sand here. That's sandstone. Let's put that over here. And then let's craft up, what, 3 stacks? We'll also do some sleeping because moon's coming up. And the mighty Shut Mountain. Welcome in, Shut. End City Raid, don't die. Why don't you come along with me then? It'll be just like old times, Shut. Actually, what I would do is I would purge the chunks in the end so we get more, we get new chunks. I could do that. I could do that thing. Okay, I did want to craft these into sandstone while I was down here. If I did, you would surely die because they would all be going after you and not me. So you think. The only way to know for sure is to stream it. Let's do. There we go. Oh, like that. Okay, this is good. We've got a little bit of sand. Get some sand there. I'm going to stash this over here for right now. Okay, let's take a look at what we're going to do here. So you can see we have some of these darker features. I would like these to run under the surface and then down through these features. In some sort of way in which I haven't figured out yet. And so there's several locations, like right around here. This would be another one. Right, so this would extend down and kind of meander across the frame like that with the darker blocks. Oh, hey there, Jethro. Say 1 E R. Okay, 3 I guess isn't that bad. Sometimes it takes 4. And I think that's underwhelming. So this will probably be the biggest darker rock feature because that's where the spring is. And so this might take up most of this corner here. And there might also be some magma block features there. I'm not really sure. We'll see. Like, you can see some over there, right? And then there's another one right over here. And so there'll be some dark rock features that, I don't know, I may have some of these veins of rock kind of merge into each other here, but maybe not. Maybe I'll have those go off that away, and these go off this away over here. Well, let's try one though, and let's see what we can do here. So, for this, we're certainly not going to be using a hatchet. Rockets maybe. Shovel, I don't think so, but we'll have it on the get-go. We'll have this. Bed, I think we'll just drop the bed right here. And we can drop in anytime. Pickaxe, we're definitely going to use that. Okay, this should be good. No soliciting, please. Bye-bye. Right, so let's get some blackstone in place. Let us get some deep slate. A little bit of deep slate. We'll move some of this around. I don't think I'm going to use quite that much of this, though. We'll see how it goes. We should have some cobble deep slate. I think we're going to use quite a bit of this. And let me see. I should have some tuff here, too. I'd like to get that. I plan on using quite a bit of that. And then maybe some mossy cobble. Like this, and then perhaps some regular cobble too. Regular? We'll see. Plenty of blackstone. Oh, we have some mud blocks too. You know what? I think we'll use less of the blackstone. Let's get some of those mud blocks in there. There we go. Good. Okay, I like this. Okay, so you can see where we have these gaps and stuff like this. We can like tough is a lighter color block, so we can do something. Something like this. And then again, a little bit like that, and let's bring some of this down. Kind of like that, I'm thinking. Again, I don't want to overdo it too much with these. Probably too late. Too late, Thunder! Like, maybe the mud would be a good transition between the sand, clay, and then the other stones, right? Maybe? Maybe something like that. Again, you know, just doing the supernova relic. Just spam the blocks. Don't think too hard about it. Let's see. Let's get a little bit of the black stone in place. And the black stone, I would like to have like just bursts of the black stone, you know, just like popping out of certain places. Then similarly over here, so you could see some poking out here. So maybe doing something like that, right? Where you can see them, see kind of like where it's originating from where it's originating, however you want to say that. I think that's a little too much though. Let's just pull that guy right off the top, like that. And I will leave some of the plain stone showing there too. All right, let's take a look at that. All right, that's pretty cool. Let's put a little bit of the mossy in here. Fill in some of these gaps. Yeah, say that looks kind of cool. Now you got a picture there's going to be seagrass on this, and some probably. Well, I can't put glow lichen on there; it doesn't survive under the water. Okay, that looks kind of cool, right? What else we got? We haven't used the regular deep slate yet. And this is tricky because this has a pattern in which it I think I know how I want to use this, like where the top of it will show, like that. That's kind of like how I want to use this. And to get that, we can do that kind of a thing. Now, I'm not trying to make a gradient here, actually. You know, if I can do that a little bit. Yeah, I don't like it going vertical like that, though. That sucks. I do not like that. That's a little better. There we go. Yeah, I like that. Okay. And I don't know, maybe we can do something like, well, let's try this. Let's try this. Let's do that. Yeah, like that. Okay. And then maybe like this. Yeah, that's cool. Still, we can keep a little bit of this black stone going, right? And one thing I'm considering, you know, should I put coral in here, right? I might do that afterwards. Yeah, I think I got to stick to this like strip pattern here. That would probably be the best way to go about it. Something like that. All right, and then we'll blend in a little bit of this. Yeah, see how it blends it in, and we can break up some of that stone later. Because I like the kind of stripy pattern there. Although that is a little bit too tandem looking. So that means maybe bringing the darker parts up here. A little bit, like kind of busting up this pattern a little bit. And maybe we can put this like here. We'll just use these to cap those off. Oh, here we go. Cyclopsalops! You know, we also have this one that you can use to get my attention as well. Where is it?
What?
Yeah, we do have that one. How's it going, mate? It is going awesome. Simon Pegg, you got it. So yeah, we do have several new redeems, so please feel free to try those out. The channel points for those are set rather low. There are 1,000 channel points. I think that's a good balance for rewarding the longtime viewers, but still making them accessible to some of the newer viewers, right? Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead, yeah. I basically, or I recently watched the trio with my older son, Biggie Cheese. And I introduced him to those movies because he had never heard of those before, which I find shocking. So I had to correct that oversight. While I was at it, I'm like, some of these really need to be redeemed. What's your favorite one of the trilogy, Psych? What would you say is your favorite one? I'll fill this in from the back with a little bit of tuff. Hot Fuzz is a great one. I mean, all three of them have, right? It's hard to choose. But Edgar Wright, the director for that, for those, who co-wrote those with Simon Pegg, he's just amazing. My favorite of those three is World's End. It's probably the least popular of those, but it just reminds me of the days of my youth. Gee, what was younger Thunderhand like? Gary Wright? Yeah, Gary King, I mean. Yeah, a little like that. Yeah, so I'm thinking something like that, right? You see how the darker bits come down. And remember, this is going to be covered with vegetation too. I don't think I've actually seen the whole of The World's End, which is kind of funny if you think about it, because the idea, I don't want to spoil it for those who haven't seen it, but the basic premise is the lads go on a pub crawl through Newton Haven to... There are 13 pubs, and they never make it to the end, right? And so as adults, they try to make a second attempt of it to get through all of them in one night. So the fact that you haven't made it through the entire World's End is kind of funny in an ironic way. Neither did Petey. All right, so we're experiencing a bit of an ad break right now. I think we're back. I was on the road during the debate, so I'll have to watch it. Usually, I don't discuss the politics on stream, but I've not seen it, not yet. But from what you're suggesting, I think I'm in for a treat. Treat being in quotes, by the way. You're in for a treat. God bless America. God bless America. Let me see. How do I want to fill this in here? I want this to be kind of neutral, so I think I'm going to stick with the tough here. And then I will start to work in the next strip of the Blackstone stuff. And I think I'll fill it in from behind like this in most of the parts. And then maybe, I don't know, we'll do the cobbled deep slate down here, thusly. Now, I may leave some of this stone in place, but I may not. Let's restart the playlist, and that must mean it's time for me to switch to standing mode. We're about halfway through the stream already. Wow.
What?
There we go. Trying to get my attention again. Let me see. I won't spoil too much, but some of it was a bit delulu. Oh, yeah. We covered the Mayflower in history class today. Teacher was roasting American history books for glorifying it, and honestly, he slayed. Well, I mean, it's kind of low-hanging fruit at this point, right? By the way, good luck with the jump scare attempts. I'm not saying you can't try. I'm saying challenge accepted. Right, let's from here go down into the cobble. Let's do some of that. This I'll use some of that other deep slate. The non-cobbled variety. Like that. Okay, this, again, I want this to be lighter, so I intend on using a lot of tuff. Oh, you know what? Let's switch over to the mossy cobble. We'll do similarly down here. Maybe something like that. All right, I like that. I like that. And let me see. Indeed, indeed. By the way, you may be aware that I had submitted the final voiceover for the HSL series. And viewers, you really should check those out. Pleasant and Psych have been posting those. one each or a number of videos each weekend. And I believe this weekend coming up is they'll post the finale. And for the map introductions, they asked me to do the voiceovers for those. And I did 7 of them, and it was just so much fun. Again, I'm grateful to the both of you for asking me to do that. It's just so much fun. See, when we get down here to the base, you know, we can do some things like this, right? Kind of break things up a little. Right? It'll give it a little bit better of an effect. Oh yeah, I got another project coming up. If you want to do some more announcing, yeah, as long as it's along the same kind of level of commitment, it should be really cool. I do have a few things now that I'm finishing up. Kachi and his friends would like me to do some voiceover work for them, but so far it's just one. It's just one file I need to record, one recording. So that should be pretty easy. And I've been promising them forever to do that. So that has to be done. And then, but you know, outside of that, I should be open fairly soon for something new. Again, as long as it's kind of limited in commitment wise. All right, let's mix in some of the tough there now. And again, you know, I know the stone looks distracting being mixed in there, but that might...
What?
I might be replacing some of that stuff. I'll definitely be replacing some of that stuff. So probably up in these levels, it'll probably be more like sand and clay up here, but we'll see. All right, one more time before I go to bed. Please get some rest. Always good having you guys stop by. So much fun working with you guys. We could do something like this. I'm thinking. Yeah, let's start to break out into some of this stuff now. I'm not quite sure how I want to go about this part. I think I just want to bridge these areas between these two. Yeah, maybe something like that. Then I can speckle in some of the mossy cobble again. Try to get a decent looking blend like that. And then maybe as we get down to the bottom, we can get into some of the cobble again here. Then again, I like the idea. You know, and here's where we could use some of the slabs down here too, right? That would be cool. You know what? Maybe we can get some of the black stone in over here too. Yeah, let me see. Where's that mud? I can do something like that. Just get a little bit darker look in there. Let's pull back here. Yeah, I need to switch to standing mode. So I'm hoping I can get this part in today and sort of establish a way to go about this, right? So we'll try to place some blocks in here. And then we'll go about getting the seagrass. If I'm not mistaken, if I just bone meal like the gravel directly underwater like this, I think the seagrass will grow. I think it will. I'm not sure. I'll have to try it, see what happens. Yeah, and for this part here, I'd like this part to be a little bit darker. So we will resort to some of the mud. And let's see what it's going to take to fill that in. What? How dare you, sir? Oh, well, that's why. It's nighttime. Say hello to my little friend. Son. And no trident. You suck. Let's do the sleeping thing. There's Chop Mountain. Yes, you are correct in that assumption. Au revoir, bonjour. Bonne nuit. Yeah, you know, let us... Oh, look at this. Go away. Oh, look, they dropped the drown head. I'll be taking that. Thank you very much. Okay. God, this is worse than our neighborhood. Oh, look at that. There's a little ingot of copper there. Okay, I might not have so much up here. I might bring start bringing some of the sand down in through here. Okay, yeah, I like an intermediary like that. Yeah, that's actually a little bit better. And you know what? We can start switching over. To the cobble. Maybe not right there. That's a little too bold. Maybe something like that. And And we can slip in a little bit of the tough. Start working this in. Yeah, like that. And we'll break this up a little bit. Get some of the cobble, some of the mossy cobble in there. A little bit more of the tough. And again, we'll scatter around some of these tough blocks here. And again, you know, down here we'll make really good use of the slabs, I'm thinking. So, all right, so we'll carry the dark stuff out to here a little bit, but not a lot. I think that's pretty good. See, when you're above the surface, that's not going to show as much. So, and we've yet to put the plants over it as well. So, yeah, let's continue the cobble. Thusly. Again, I'm not going strictly for a gradient, but fuck. Okay, this I think I'm going to have lighter. So I'll continue this dark down through here. Let's try that. Right, we'll do that. Okay, that's all right. We'll do a little more right here, but we'll... All right, I like that. And I'm thinking, let me see, in little spots like that, we can put those. No, not quite like that. That's a little too much. That's what I want to do. Then maybe we can use some of these mud blocks here to kind of transition. You know what I'm saying? Great. Hawk. Yeah, a little bit. Okay, that's good. And we'll start transitioning into the tough now. I think that's looking good. And I think here is where I'll start working the sand and the clay down through, the sandstone and the clay. So maybe I'll switch over now to sandstone, clay, and tuff. Let's do that. So let's clear out the inventory a little bit. Get some of the clay in there. Here's some of the tuff. Let's put our drowned head there. Deep slate, sandstone. Probably going to use quite a bit of this. Like that. Let's see if I can find some more tuff in here. I think I can. Yeah. All right, I've got that with the clay. And you know what? I may put some more of the mossy cobble in here. A little bit. But let's do the sleeping. All right, so I'm thinking along these parts. I want to try to do something like that. And then with a sandstone, do things like that. You know, I don't like this line coming across the sandstone, though. That's annoying. I could use smooth sandstone, but then that's like too featureless. So, is there a happy median? So I'm thinking here. Just a little something like that. But then I can go like that. Ah, cans, please. Please. Yeah, maybe something like that. Maybe we'll keep a little bit of this down here. And I don't like that being quite so symmetrical like that. So let's break it up a little bit. And you know what? I should keep some of... Well, we do have the mossy, don't we? Then we'll break this up a little bit with the back into the tough. Okay, that's not too bad. I should keep some cobbled deep slate in the inventory, though. Because I do want that cobbled deep slate down in here. And again, you know, in certain spots I might pull out this stone. Or I might break it up. I might use some more stone and go side to side with it a little more. Maybe use a slight variant like andesite or something to break it up. You know, andesite probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Yeah, I could use it to break those lines up, right? I mean, here when they're like this, it's not so bad. Dead on, it's a little obvious, but... Right, but geology kind of works like that. You know, although it doesn't really work vertically so much as it works horizontally, but... Yeah, let's get some more blocks. Just a little cobble deep slate like that, you know. And maybe a little bit more of the mud, right? That would be a good transition block there. If I have any more. Yeah, I got a little bit. I got quite a bit. Correction. How am I doing for time here? 133. You know, I was supposed to have switched to standing mode, and I keep forgetting. Yeah, because that's not good for my old man hips to be sitting so long like that. Fuck. Okay, that's kind of cool, I guess. See, what I wanted to do with the cobble deep slate is this kind of stuff. I see you. Dude, you're not fooling anyone back there. You're in full view. You'll never see me back here. Just so happens I have a trident with your name on it. Sort of. Metaphorically speaking. I still don't think it should take 3. It should only take 2. Or when it's enchanted. But I guess the Drowns are tough customers, so... All right, let's do this. We'll continue this clay somewhat downward. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We can do something like this. And you know what? I just might take out the stone there and replace it with sandstone. We'll see. Like here, for example. Here. Here I might use the sandstone in these upper levels. Yeah, something like that, and then just blend those in a little bit like that. And then where are those mud blocks? I want to use these mud blocks sparingly because they are very dark. Says use sparingly, and then he puts a whole bunch of them in there. Look at that. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Let's kind of bring them down like that. Maybe there's a bit of a dark patch there. Maybe something like that. Then we'll go with a darker cobble deep slate, maybe in and around here. Okay. Right. I do want this to be more sandstone up top, though, so I think I have a plan for that. Oh, look at those guys. Yeah, you think so. Wait your turn. There's plenty for the both of you. Yeah, you know, that's not bad. Let's get some of the cobble in here. Right. Yeah, my hands did not. My hands wanted to do that, but my brain did not. That's annoying. Let's go slip some of this tuff in here next. Wow, I'm so popular down here. Don't even think about it. Okay. I like this. That turned out a little darker than I would have liked, but I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Trust me. Fine. Then, did I bring any of the mossy with me? I think I did. Yes, nice. I'll put some of that there and there. And let me see. Let's use some tough here. Then we'll transition into some mossy. Back into some tough. I'll put a little mossy behind it right here. I really like this. I really like it. Let me see, how far over should I bring this? It's nighttime. Let's do some sleeping. Sometimes you get working under the surface there, and you have no idea what's going on above. Here's our Bumblebee bee friends. How to do their busy work. Why, good morning there, friends. Zawan. Zawan. So here along the top, I might replace the stone with a sandstone, like if I did this, for example. Right, just along here. And I might go along here and just knock these ones out. Bring a little more sand into the equation, you know what I'm saying? Right along this area, because this is where the beach landing is, right above here, right? So whatever. Leave it. Leave it. I did want a sand block there, but however. Help break things up a little bit. Nah, it's driving me nuts already. Then maybe here and here we're starting to get some of that. So Some of those darker blocks, right? Yeah, I really need to start working on some of the regular cobble too, because it's a little bit brighter. Let's do some replacement here. Maybe something like... like this. Like that. Yeah, and then some of this other stone around here we can do with some clay. Guess I could mix some gravel in here too, because there is a lot of gravel on the seafloor there, but I don't know, gravel can be kind of intense sometimes. And then there's the fact that, you know, it being affected by gravity the way that it is. That can sometimes be problematic. Yeah, see, when we start pulling back from this, it starts looking... Now, also remember, there's going to be like seagrass on this and kelp and stuff, so... And I'm wondering if there are any other undersea plants, underwater plants, aquatic plants that we can put in there. Other than just the seagrass and the kelp. I don't think so. So, all right, let's carry these strips down here. And we'll probably do those in tough and the mossy cobble. We'll use a lot of tough for this, though. We'll carry some... well, you know what? We can start transitioning in the tough here. We can start doing that. It's perfectly fine. It's going to be perfectly fine. And as we get down further in here... I'll try to break these up a little. That. Let's put some of the mossy cobble in. But only up to a certain point. And then we can bring in some of the cobble deep slate. All right, I do like that. I do like it. That mud does seem a little dark, but again, you know, when we put plants on it, it'll probably look fine. All right, so here, a little less sand here. I'm going to start tapering this off. We'll bring some sand up, kind of like that. I do feel like I need another block in here, though. other than just the sandstone and the clay. Maybe something like that. This one faded back there quite a bit. Maybe I'll just build this one over that. Like that. And I will transition it outward thusly. Right? Something like that. Let's get that. It offendeth me. Let's get that out of there. Yeah, you know, that's not too bad. I mean, I'll lose a little bit of the depth there, but I'll retain it down here. I'll bring some of the sand down, but not a lot. And then let's start to transition into I see you. Some of the tuff over here. Then we can get into the cobbled deep slate now. Let's bring that outward. And I'm out. Wow. I'll have to go up and get some more of that. But in the meantime, all right, that's okay. Let's go get some more of that cobble deep slate. Sure. I did want to just try to do that, to transition that a little better. But my hand said, no, thou shalt not. Then I'll go back and I'll replace some of these stone strips here. Some of them, not a lot. Cobble deep slate it is. Let's go. What am I doing for time? Wow, we're at the stream's end, actually. Cobbled a deep slate. The cobbly stuff. Where is it? There it is. Here we go. Let's put some of this down and then we'll call it a stream. Because it is time. It is time. Okay. If only we had a drown in the background. Let's put our trident in hand. Let's see if we can get a screenshot here. We need to pull back a little bit. There we go. If I go downward like this. maybe go back a little and then down. One of these will make a good thumbnail, I'm thinking. Completely obscured by seagrass. Yeah, it's me. Hello. Hey there. Posing for thumbnails, my favorite thing to do on stream. Yeah, it's me. All right. Enough of this. Let's get to a safe spot. Because Lone Star will tell you that it's very important to get to a safe spot before you log out. Time to end the stream. Let's log out here. Let's switch over to the cam. Now, I don't really have a lot of time here because I do have to go fetch Kachi from school. But Jeannie's on, so we're definitely raiding out to Jeannie. Okay, with that being said, let's set up the raid. And of course, there's an ad break in progress. But the viewers know this. There is the raid message in the chat if you would like to join us. I always encourage the viewers to tag along with the raid, tag along with us for the raid. That's what I'm trying to say. Even if you can't stay for the entire stream, drop in, say hi. If you feel so inclined, maybe drop, a follow, some bits, some subs, some subs. Set up the raid itself. And the raid is counting down. Family-friendly viewers, at this point, I'd like to remind you that Cheska's stream is rated for mature audiences. There's some language and stuff in there, but she is wonderful. Fellow Buffoon VIP. We have a lot of shared community. So if you're tagging along, there's going to be some people in there that you're bound to know. Just remember, everybody, that we do this Generation stream every Wednesday from noon to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Our next stream will be Friday. That'll be from 11 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. That will be Buffooncraft SMP frantically finishing up the Iron Farm on the Season 5 server. Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time will be Kachi time. And then the following Wednesday, we will be back in Generations for the for some Baby Zombie Rush beta. With that being said, everybody enjoy the rest of your afternoon, morning, evening, wherever you happen to be. Join us again next time, raiding out to Cheska Genie now. Bye for now, everyone.